right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a great morning thus far. I'm here. Typing in just a couple things I need this morning. Hi, good morning, Miss Sugar Mama, AC, Dina Mae, Desiree, KBR, Vanita Salter, Dolores Campbell. Hey, y'all. S. Johnson, she's Decor, Dolores Campbell, Tanisha Breedlove, Miss Bridget Baby, Brenda Beautiful, Immaculate Davis, Essence Tender One, Audrey, Queen Jaja, Robin Hicks, Star, Bridgetta Stewart, Artrell Palmer, Linda Gamble, my mod, Valerie Owens, Krista Claiborne, Jacqueline, good morning, Kathy, Just Mia, Queen Snyder, good morning, Eumenia Bowers, hi, Tara Christie, Vanity, yes, KBR, Melody McFadden, another mod, good morning, says direct time, Dina Mae, Miss B, Imprintitious, hi, Jime, Pooh 11, hi guys, hey Bill Wilson, my other mod, hey guys, good morning, we are here. Good morning. Trying to get some stuff done right before I hopped on. Had to take my baby to school. Oh, as soon as I go on live, now my husband want to text me. Let him know I'm live. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Let me make sure I'm on Do Not Disturb because, baby, nobody disturb me while I'm on live. Yes, we are. Okay, perfect. Good morning. I'm back. Hope you guys are having a good morning. You got to work fine. Got your coffee. You're at your desk getting annoyed by people who are overly happy early in the morning like I'm not. We keep talking about it. But nevertheless, it's fine. It is Monday, honey, the top of the week. I hope you guys are having a great morning thus far, okay? If you did not get a chance to check out the Love and Marriage Huntsville review from last night, honey, yes, please check it out. It was a good video. We had a good time. We got our laugh on. We acted, uncouth. We, it was petty as usual, per usual. Y'all know we're petty over here per usual, honey. So, so if you didn't get a chance to check that out, check it out. Also, go over and hit the like button. If you did not subscribe, also go ahead and do that as well, okay? Y'all know we live it up over here, honey. All right, let's get to it. Got some good topics to talk about for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Of course, y'all see I'm home. I'm working from home today, so that's why we're doing Love and Marriage. So that's why we're doing Car Chronicles from home, okay? All right, so Love and Marriage Huntsville's Kimmy Scott, her dad most recently passed away. Y'all may have seen it on my community wall. I posted it there. Her dad most recently passed away. She posted something about it. She says, I honestly can't say that I'm sad to see 2022 leave. She says, it expected a lot out of me. Rest easy, daddy. Okay. This is her post that she posted. Her dad just passed. That's her dad. That's Kimmy's dad. She posted this on her IG. So I said I would share it. So she's kind of going through it. If you've ever lost a close loved one like that, then you kind of know the pain that it feels, especially around the holidays. It can be very, very hard. Okay. I've experienced it as well. So I know how that feels. So yeah. So condolences to Kimmy and her family as they deal with the passing of her dad. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on, honey. As much as we like to drag people and call them out for their BS. At the end of the day, if somebody lose a loved one as close as your parents, I lost a parent, so I know how it feels. All right. So like I said, condolences to her, and hopefully she is getting through that. Hopefully Maurice is not out at 4 a.m. and he can be home. And I don't want to be messy. Let me take that back. Hopefully Maurice is being a great support system. I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, I'm not even gonna drag in that situation. Not gonna do it, because that's not a funny situation at all. All right, celebrity news. Let's get into it. Giselle, honey, y'all know Giselle from Real Housewives of Potomac, honey. She's 52. I did not know she was that old. 52 years old, honey. She is dating a little young tender, honey, young tenderoni out here, honey. She is dating Jason Cameron. He's 32 years old. She is 52 years old. From the show Winter House. I don't watch it. Some of you may watch it. She's dating. His name is Jason Cameron from the show Winter House. All right. So yes, honey, she is getting those cobwebs cleaned out there, sis. She's getting her Angela Bassett on, honey. Yes, her y'all know she's trying to get her groove back out here, honey. She's trying to be like Stella and get her groove back, baby. I said, all right, get it, girl. So she was recently, or they were recently spotted in New York on some type of dinner date. Somebody, you could tell somebody snuck a picture. It was somebody that was sitting at another table. I got the picture right here. Where the two of them were enjoying a meal together. Looked like somebody else was there too, but this is Giselle, honey, on her little date with her little young boy. He like he could be her son. He look like he could be her son. I don't know about that with Giselle. He might be cracking her back right or something. I don't know, child. About time she found a man, because y'all know Giselle cannot keep a man, honey. Giselle cannot keep a man if he was chained up in her basement, child. Out there, that trap house she live in. Y'all saw her house on the show. I said, Giselle, girl, you can't keep no man, but child, whatever he is giving you, baby, I hope he's giving it to you, honey, well, like Anita Baker, baby, giving you the best that he's got. All right. I don't know about the youngs. I don't really fool with the young boys like that. I don't fool when I never, when I was in my dating life, I just did not date the younger guy. I always like older, because I like mature. Because you know, guys already, their maturity level is slower than women anyway. I don't be on that much immature BS. Like, that irks me. I don't like a talking man. I don't like a man that just talk and play all the damn time. That irks the shit out of me. I cannot take that. If you talk more than me and I can run my mouth, I don't like that. Okay. I don't want to come home and your ass sitting in there on the PlayStation playing games all damn day and you ain't got nothing else going on in your life, leaving shoes all in the middle of the floor. You're like, no, I need a mature man, honey. When I have a conversation with you, we here. I don't want to have to always break everything down to you when we get ready to have a conversation or when we going somewhere. Like, bitch, I don't want to be wanting to go to the movies and your ass want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. That ain't going to work. Like, that ain't going to work for me. All right. Your idea of a date, your idea of a date is going riding go-kart somewhere. Like, really? I'm a grown-ass woman over here, sir. Like, I'm going to need something else out of you. That's why I never, ever, ever wanted nobody young. I like an older man with a little bit more substance about him. You got to have some swag about you. You got to be able to dress nice, because when I step out, I step out. So you got to be able to match my energy. You got to be able to match what I got going on over here. I don't want nobody with their shoes ran over, because you know what I'm saying? I see everything. You got to have everything right. You got to smell good. You got to have your credit got to be right. Like, all those things. It's a lot. It's a list. Everybody has a list of things that they have that they want from a person. I'm no different. I am no different. So you got to be able to make the cut. You got to dress well. You got to smell well. You got to be on your stuff, baby. You just do. You just do. Because when I see you, I'm giving you a once over, and in my mind, I'm already calculating. Okay, check. It's gonna be some things you might not check out the box, and that's where the woman come in. I can help you with some of those things. You know, you got to be well grown. I mean, I can't help you with a bath if you don't like to take a bath around here. We can't be together. There's some things you got to come in the gate with. Like, if you don't like to wash your ass around here, Caramel can't help you with that. That's some things that your mama's supposed to teach you when you was a little boy. So if you still struggling with that as a man, pass. That's a hard pass for me. Yeah, it's a hard pass. It's a hard pass. But yeah, you got to have your credit right. You got to have some stuff about yourself. Have your own place. Don't be trying to come up and move in with me. Like, I ain't your mama. Let me see that you can make it on your own. That way I know that, you got me if and when we decide to move forward. That's how I see that thing. I ain't taking care of no man. We just not trying to be doing that. Women, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop lowering yourself and what you deserve just to have a man. Don't do it. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. If he ain't got no car, you got to pick him up everywhere y'all go. That's an indication he might not be the one just yet. And I get it. Everybody's kind of struggles until they get where they're going. But don't put yourself in a position to be trying to take care of somebody just to have somebody. Like, that's just not it. That's just not it. Even if the shit is ragged and it's smoking like he's selling barbecue sandwiches out the back, he got a car. You got to start somewhere and build. Okay? He got to have a job. You cannot just be a straggler just sitting at home all damn day. And every time I call you, you pick it up on the first ring. That let me know your ass ain't doing nothing. Sorry, you're not busy. If I'm calling you and first ring you picking up, you ain't doing nothing. 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 I'm gonna need you to let that thing ring a few times. I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. What, did I disturb you? Oh, yeah. You know, I'm back here busy. I'm working. You know, I'm doing such a... That's sexy to me. That's sexy to me. But you picking up on the first ring, you ain't doing nothing. You sitting by the phone waiting on me to call you. So that means that you are not busy making no coins around here. Okay? That's what that means. Men, just y'all make some mental notes. If y'all in my chat, make some mental notes. Don't be picking up on the first ring like that. You know, no, that don't impress me. All right, but let's move on. All right, so we've talked about this person a few times, and I want to keep giving you guys updates as I get them, okay? Y'all know I'm telling the truth. So that you should have been a comedian. I keep getting that from people. People keep going in my messages, in my inboxes, like, Caramel, you should have just been a comedian. Like, I would pay money to come and see you. Naturally, I'm just very funny. It just comes naturally to me. I just say whatever comes to mind. I've always been that way. Like, since, middle school? I've always been very opinionated and very talkative, and I just tell you what's on my mind, and the shit just happened to be funny. So thank y'all so much that you see that and that it's entertaining to you, because I appreciate it. But all right, so let's move on. All right, so Buffalo Bills, as y'all know, they played their next game since what's his name? Damar Hamlin had his incident on the court. You guys remember where he had something going on with his heart. I want to say heart attack or something like that. Anyway, they showed him, he is, like I said, he's making improvement. He's breathing on his own. He's able to sit up now. They were showing him sitting up, actually watching the game. One of his family members posted he was sitting up watching the game in the hospital he had on his Buffalo Bills. This is him. He has improved. He went from being on 100% oxygen, you guys, to now he's still on oxygen slightly, but it's not as much as he was. But he's to that point where he can sit up. He's responsive. He's up watching the game. So that is impressive. This is him. This is him. So he had, like I said, a lot of people praying for him, that he kind of pulls through what he was going through. So this is him, baby. He's coming on up out of there. The next step is he'll be going home. So that's him sitting up and looking at the game for the Buffalo Bills. So he's supporting from the bedside. I think that's great. So yes, he's cheering his team on, honey, yes, won't he do it? He will, won't he? Won't he will? Ain't it what black people say? Won't he will? Won't he do it? Won't he will? But all right. So yeah, shout out to you, Damar Hamlin, honey. Keep pushing through, baby. Keep right on pushing through. All right, so TMZ ran into Kenya Moore, honey. Ran into Kenya Moore in the airport, and they were asking her a series of questions. I saw this. I want to talk about that. Kenya, she was stating to TMZ that she's still fighting for her divorce. We talked about it the other day from Mark Daly. All right, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of them in case y'all forgot. This is him. This is Kenya's baby. Well, she's older now. I think Brooklyn is like 3 years old now. 3 going on 4. That's Kenya. That's Mark. That's the fool she married, who's still holding on. Don't want to let her go. Will not give her a divorce. Yeah, hot damn mess. I still don't understand that situation, child. But Kenya was saying that she did not have a prenup upon marrying Mark. All right, and they've been separated now 2 years. So 2 years later, they're still not divorced. They're still fighting for him to comply to go ahead and grant this divorce. He's the one that's holding it up. He's holding up the divorce upon, that's what Kenya was telling the person for TMZ. She said that they called it quits in 2019 of September. She filed for divorce May 2021. And Mark is still holding up this divorce because he wants some type of ownership for her properties and money. And he was already, at one point he was saying he wanted custody, but then he said they would do shared custody, but it was a bunch of stipulations. Kenya had to tell him where the child was going to school, what type of religion the child was going to be under. He wanted to approve. Like, he is just being very difficult in this situation. I'm just like, see, this is why it's important when you're dating someone to get to know them. Get to know them and what, the stipulations that they have. Like, what type of person is this? Is he going to be there for you? Is he going to protect your heart? Is he going to be argumentative? Is he going to be coming for you when things don't go right? Because y'all know the first thing a person do when things go left is they come for your money. They try to take everything that you got because they're mad. And this is what he's trying to do. He didn't want to be there from the start. As soon as they announced that they were married, he went, like I said, he twirled right on back to New York, honey, with his little nose ring, and that's where he stayed. Kenya was doing most of the flying to go see him in New York, taking that baby. And a few times that he did come down, according to her, and when they showed it on the show, he was acting like an asshole. Like he acted like he didn't want to be around her. Like, she annoyed him. He called her Ken. Y'all saw it on the show. He's very disrespectful. So I don't know how she put up with it as long as she did. A lot of people are saying that they felt like it was an arranged type situation. It was a fake marriage, or maybe they weren't married at all. At the end of the day, child, I already told y'all she paid 3 of his tax liens that he was behind on. And it's no coincidence that then she turned around and she got this baby, because Kenya's been trying for years to have a baby. So, I mean, he's a nice looking guy. She got a beautiful baby out of the deal. But now you're dealing with the headache of this fool not wanting to let go and wanting to take things that he just did not earn in this situation. Kenya had this house prior to even knowing him. So not only did you not put down no money on the down payment to get the house, you ain't paid no taxes on the house. You ain't did nothing. He's trying to say that he made some upgrades on the home. Nobody asked you to do that. You never lived here. Nobody asked you to go plant 3 flowers out front, and now you want to come back and be trying to take part of the property. Your ass ain't probably put but 3 flowers. You might have put a window in, and that's about it. By the time you even came there, the house was already up and she had already paid for that house. So why do you feel like you should get half of her property or half of anything that she has? He is just, ooh. That's why I say, guys, you cannot be unequally yoked. That's important. Find somebody that you are equally yoked to. This is the mess that happens when you find somebody that you are not equally yoked to. That's important. You want somebody that's going to protect your heart. If you're protecting my heart, it's certain things that you will not do to me to hurt me when you're protecting my heart. I want to know that you're going to be there for me through whatever. And I might stumble, but you're not going to let my head hit the floor. That's the part I'm talking about. You might see me falling, but you're going to catch me and you're not going to let my head hit that floor because I know you got me. When I get to a point where I'm at my lowest, where I just can't pray for myself and I'm feeling like my lowest, I need you to be like, look, I got you. I'm going to pray for you. We going to pray up out of this situation, not me. I'm going to pray you up out of this situation and we going to be fine. I need you to be able to feel my energies and know when I'm not at my best. That's what being equally yoked means. You can look at me and tell that something is off for me. You can fit off with me. You can feel when I'm just not 100% myself. Okay. And your spirit will pick up on that my spirit does not match yours. And you will automatically know what to do because of that, because we're equally yoked. When you're not equally yoked to a person, you don't pick up on those things. You're just there. You're just, taking up space in a person's life. And I don't need a space filler. I don't need a space filler. When certain movies that you go to, they have people that's called space fillers. You're just sitting in that seat. That's all they need you for, is to fill that space. I don't want nobody in my life that's going to be a space filler. I need somebody that's going to pour something into me. That is why I'm very protected of my energies and people that I allow in my space. What are you bringing to the table in terms of even being around me? I'm very protective of who is around me. I am, because certain people they just have a way of bringing negative energies. They just do. So I said all that to say this, baby. Find some, if you're going to date, and it's fine. Everybody, you should date. Love is a beautiful thing. If you can find it. It's somebody for everybody. You're someone, if you haven't met them yet, they're there. Don't tie yourself up with somebody that should not be in your life, because then you're holding up the person that should be there. And what you should be doing before you meet that someone is working on yourself, getting yourself together, so that when you meet that person, the two of you can be like this, because the goal is to become one. The goal is to become one. If you got some things going on with your credit, fix that. Because when you meet this person, you guys are going to want to acquire things. And you cannot do that if your credit is busted up. You don't want to put that all on one person to where they got to put everything on their credit. You got to put everything in your name, kind of like Tisha and Marceau. Unequally yoked. You doing this together. Two of you are coming together to become one. I can't be one with you if I'm stressed out that I got to do everything. So that's why I said it's important. Find somebody, baby. Fix yourself. Work on yourself. Work out. Get your body right. Get you a good job. If your car raggedy, start working towards getting you something nice to drive. That's reliable to get you where you need to go. If you're staying with your mama, work on getting out of there, getting your own place, being independent. So when you meet this person, it's nothing for the two of you to come together and it just flows. Okay? That's just how it goes, baby. That's just how it goes. All right. So, Kris Jenner, honey, a.k.a. Kim Kardashian mama and them. Okay. Y'all know who she is. Kim Kardashian's mama, honey, Kris Jenner, is being sued for sexual harassment by her former bodyguard for $3 million, you guys. $3 million. He's suing her. All right. All right, so let's go into what they're saying about this, because baby, she is a handful. This lady, y'all know she's already dating an African-American guy, Corey Gamble. They've been dating for some years now. All right, so I already knew, honey, she liked the black man. She liked the black ones, because y'all know she used to be with OJ when she was married to Kim Kardashian and them dad. She done had a little rendezvous with old OJ. Y'all know who OJ is, honey. All right, so this says that I got this from Hollywood Unlocked. It says it looks like Kris Jenner has just bought herself some more time to settle her ongoing sexual harassment lawsuit filed by her former bodyguard. It says it's previously reported Chris's ex-security guard, Mark McWilliams, sued the momager 2 years ago for $3 million, claiming that she had inappropriately touched his butt, exposed herself in front of him and massaged his neck and shoulders without his consent. She was coming on a little too strong, wasn't she? Child. She must have been on that cocoa. But anyway, it says that further in the court documents that he alleges that she made sexual and racist remarks to him throughout his 2-year employment working for the 67-year-old, which is Kris Jenner. It says, according to the Daily Mail, both parties have had a year to come to an agreement to settle the case, but to no avail, which is why Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Armin Tarzian has now granted an extension to February 14th of 2024. All right. And it says that their lawyers are warned that by that date, he expects arbitration to be done by then. Okay, on one particular occasion, it says Mark asserts that Kris had allegedly asked him to sit in her Bentley before making flirty comments towards him, which he respectfully declined. It says that without warning, Jenner placed her right hand on the upper inside left thigh in his groin area of Mr. McWilliams in a way that was very sexually offensive towards him, according to his lawyer. So she is doing the most, it sounds like. I don't put it past her because she is a Kardashian, honey. I said that's where them girls get it from, their mama. Because she was a handful back in the day, honey. She was a handful. She was a handful. I done saw plenty of videos about her, honey, and how she used to get down. But she was married to, allegedly, Robert Kardashian back in the day, and she had a whole full-out rendezvous with Robert Kardashian's friend at the time, which was O.J. Simpson. She was married and messed around allegedly. And that's why a lot of people were saying that Khloe Kardashian is supposed to be OJ's daughter, but he keeps denying it. I looked at pictures of one of his oldest daughter, and she resembles Khloe Kardashian. Like, they look like they could be twins. I said, that's some strong resemblance there. Now, if you look at all the Kardashian sisters, all of them got this black hair because, they're Armenian. All of them got this black hair. They all favor and look alike. Khloe is the only one out of those sisters that look different out of all of them. If you look at pictures when they were small, Khloe had this red curly hair. Here they are with this black, dark black hair, and they had this tan looking skin. She looked like she was biracial. So I don't know. I know most recently, O.J. Simpson was saying that he does not feel like Khloe is his daughter, but I feel like he is, because she has some very strong resemblance to him in terms of like the structure of his face. Now, y'all know she's going to have several surgeries allegedly done. I mean, you can see it clearly. She don't look the same as she used to look back in the day. And I don't know why I don't know why all of them getting these damn surgeries, but at the end of the day, I feel like there's something there. I do. But it's no coincidence that she's being sued for that because, I mean, hell, that's pretty much what she's been all these years. Kris Jenner is a handful. I mean, go back and look at some of the episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, baby. I mean, I don't know what the hell she was doing with Bruce, aka Katie Bruce. I don't know what the hell she was doing with him back in the day. Cause y'all started seeing him transform on the show, baby. When I said as soon as he got them earrings, them bangs start growing in. All right. He started letting that hair grow out, and it's no coincidence that they said Kim Kardashian came home and he twisting around there in some of Chris's underwear. I said it's no coincidence, baby. He growing them bangs and getting them earrings for a reason. He transforming right before your eyes. All right. So now his ass walking around here in them heels like this here with them bunions bleeding, trying to be a woman out here. But that's what Kris Jenner married, honey. He out there bopping around like this here, trying to be a woman with that hair blowing in the wind. That's his ass out here walking like this here. Walking like his damn corns and bunions is bleeding. I said, see, that's just so dysfunctional, Lord. Ooh, Lord, let me point, like they say in church, let me point my hands towards you, child, because y'all need some prayer out there. Y'all need some prayer. Again, let me give it to you again, honey. Woo, send it to him, Lord. All right. Ooh, get my hand back. So I don't know spirits up on me. All right, moving on, child. That's a hot damn mess. Woo, let's move on, child. Let's move on. Let me get off that because I don't want that spirit up on me, child. Woo. All right. Woo. All right. So Melody Cherie, honey, she has talked about how she pretty much how she wanted to at one point leave the show because it was starting to be too much for her. Filming she did a live where she talked about at one point she thought about leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville because it was starting to be too much for her in terms of the pressures of filming with Martell, because y'all know at one point they were arguing real bad. Was it season 3? Oh my God. When everything kind of hit the fan, she said at one point it was just too much for her until she felt like just leaving the show. It was too much for her, y'all. The bullying started becoming a lot. Then the Scotts and everybody started turning on her. The pressures of everything going on the show, she was really seriously thinking about walking away. But then she had to think about it like, first of all, this is my show. You know, I don't want to just walk away from something that I helped build and create. So, you know, she decided to stay, you know, and she had to do a lot of prayers, or praying rather, and distancing herself to kind of get her through what she was going through with what was going on the show. So just think about how difficult that has to be. Now, granted, if you work a 9 to 5, that's different. You can kind of choose who you want to fool with and who you don't. If you have a boss who's an asshole, sometimes you got to deal with that boss. But certain people like coworkers, you can choose not to fool with them. If you want to speak, you can. If you don't want to, but if you're filming with somebody and you're made to under contract work with this person, it's kind of difficult when this person continues to throw daggers at you and come for you to kind of distance yourself. So she was made to be in these people's presence, knowing that they did not see it for her or like her. So that had to be very, very hard for her. Okay, so now everybody has this snaky mentality and this snaky attitude towards her, and it was just becoming too much for her. So this girl had to literally pray her way through this situation. So I was very happy to hear that she was able to stay there in that situation and continue with the show, because a lot of people do enjoy still watching the show. A lot of people have stopped watching the show because it pretty much became too much. It became too much. Let me see, can I find, I think Empress did a video. I'm gonna give her a shout out. Shout out to you, Empress Radio, because I think she found a video where she talked about Melody was thinking about leaving the show. So let's see. Let's see.
I witnessed this from the moment I left. You know, people will try to turn people against you because they want you to feel like you have no other option, no other circle, no choice. So come back to me. You know what I'm saying? Men do this stuff all the time. And I know because I'm a woman and I have friends. Then I'm telling you that the first thing they want to do is separate you from your family, separate you from your friends, whatever it takes to do that in hopes of getting you to a place where you feel it ain't nobody but you. So let me go back. Y'all know Y'all know men do that. Y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know. So, you know, it's all good. It is all good. You left the show? No, I did not. No, not at all. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I did not leave the show. No. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Nah. Nah. It would literally be on some whenever I feel it in my spirit to do that. And at the moment, that ain't happened yet. So I'm still there for sure. Have you ever thought about leaving? Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, Carlos King.
So shout out to Empress Radio for sharing that. Y'all hear that? She said she's definitely thought about leaving. And of course, she has not left. We know she hasn't left, but she said she's thought about it. She was talking about Martell in that situation where he was turning everybody against her to make her feel alone to the point to where she would come running back to him when she decided to leave him. Y'all know Martell was doing the absolute most when he and Melody split up. I told y'all how he stood in the driveway and tried to block her from leaving. He was pissed as hell. He did an interview where he said, I thought that Melody and I would never end. Like, he's literally thought that this woman was going to stay with him and continue to put up with him running to Ariana and sleeping around with all these other women, and that he could just come back home like nothing was going on. He could continue to do that to this woman until she was just like, no more. She had to put her foot down with him and say, no more. You cannot continue to disrespect me in this way. So that's what she was saying, that he was pretty much trying to alienate her and turn everybody against her to where she would just come running back and feeling like, okay, I'm alone. I can't do this by myself. But she, somehow found the strength to keep moving and keep walking and putting one foot in front of the other and rebuilding her life. And I'm very proud of her for that. She's really a roadmap to a lot of women out there that's starting over, that's been through that same situation with sorry ass men out here. Not all men are sorry. But for the ones that feel like they can continue to disrespect women and be verbally abusive towards them and running around and doing stuff like that, yeah, my hat goes off to her for that. She was strong enough to move past that. And yeah, I'm all the way here for it. I'm all the way here for that. Okay. Let's talk about this because I wanted to put that out there as well. One of the reasons why Melody was kind of in a salty mood at the reunion, a lot of people saying she was sitting up there looking like she had an attitude or whatever. She had something that kind of happened prior to her coming out on stage. All right. Something prior to the reunion actually taping. As y'all know, Carlos and OWN provided transportation for the cast to get to the reunion and then to come and pick them up. Melody provided her own vehicle to bring her and take her wherever she wanted to go. She has a driver who takes her where she wants to go. I think his name is Carlos, that takes her wherever. She has her own driver. So he brought her to the reunion. Y'all saw that whenever she got out the car. Upon her doing that, the Scotts came out and wanted to use Melody's car service to go somewhere. And her driver called Melody to ask Melody if it was okay. And this is what they're asking. And Melody said, no, this is who she's paying now for her own driver. They had their own driver now, as y'all know, and they filmed in, I think it was LA. There are cabs there. There's cab services. There's Uber, all that. So why are you trying to ride around on this woman's dime that she done pay for her own car, her own personal car service to take her where she wanted to go, drop her off, whatever. This man called Melody while Melody was in her dressing room getting ready to let her know that the Scotts is out there wanting her driver service to take them somewhere. And he was like, let me call her and make sure it's okay. So they were upset at Melody for not allowing them to use her car service because, their car service was just there to drop them off and pick them up from the reunion, not just drive them all over the city like Melody's was. So she was kind of irked by that situation. And then they even offered to pay Melody's car service person to take them wherever they wanted to go. And she said no. So it was kind of like an exchange from that. And they were pissed about that and trying to go off on her about that. But that was her car service. So I'm just like, why y'all don't have y'all shit together? You're going out of town. You already know the arrangement in terms of your car service and what OWN or Carlos and them have set up for you to take you to the reunion. You okay? And if there's somewhere else that you choose to go while you're there, then call a Uber. That's what Uber is for. Call an Uber, pay for your own damn Uber, or have a cab to come and pick you up and take you where you need to go. Why are you trying to ride on this woman? This is what I'm talking about with them. Why are you steady trying to, you can't stand this person, but you want to now jump in her car service that she's paid for, which I'm pretty sure was not cheap, okay, to drive you where you want to go and go pick up somebody else for you. Like, no. It's the audacity of them. They stay with their hand out, but then you don't like her. You don't see it for her. You want to sit on stage and go on her when you're trying to use her stuff. That's why she was kind of feeling away. And she was just like, no, I'm done. I don't see it for them. No. When Carlos asked, is there a world where all of you guys can come back together and be cordial and, be friends again? She was like, no, because you continue to show me who you are and what you're about. And at some point you got to cut the strings. And that's what she's done. Like, you are. Yeah. She said, never. At some point you got to let people go. You got to let people go. She's done enough for you. She gave you guys a place to stay when your car broke down. She gave you something to drive of hers, and you guys still turn around and didn't want to give her the thanks. Marceau told me, I don't owe her a thank you. Okay, well, but you want to ride in my car that I paid for? Like, no. Y'all asses can walk. You better go put them Nikes on and go walk wherever you need to go. That's what you need to do. Go put them Nikes on. You're not about to take my car service anywhere. That's your fault for not being prepared when you go out of town. That's your fault. Don't ask me nothing. When you go out of town, have your stuff together. Everybody should have their own car service. If you know you're going to get out of town, at some point you might want to go shopping. You might want to run up the street and grab you something to eat, whatever. Make sure you have all those things and all your ducks in a row. You're not about to be sitting on my dime. Absolutely not. And I applaud her for sticking to her guns on that, okay? Could have called your own damn cab for that. They stay trying to use people. I talked about it last night with the 47 acres. They didn't have their portion, but you want her to put your portion up. For what? Y'all millionaires. Millionaires should have their own car. All the millionaires that I know of got their own car service if they want to go somewhere, period. All the millionaires I know got car service. Y'all ain't out here nickel and diming, asking somebody, can they do this and can they do that for you? Like, it's just giving too much at this point. They need to figure it out. All right. Yeah. All right. We're going to have to hurry up here because I got a meeting coming up at 8:30. I got to get on my laptop, you guys. So we're going to breeze on through this. Okay. Yeah, we're going to breeze on through this. All right. So I'm going to do a little recap of what we talked about last night. All right. Where Tisha was saying that she researched Marceau's infidelity with the woman that claims that Marceau received some butt shots, honey, and some nudes on his phone. All right. We talked about that last night. All right. So Tisha claimed that she called this woman and checked his phone to see if there were text threads, and she didn't see any. And she didn't see any additional pictures and or conversations or interactions that were made with this particular woman. Okay. And I already said last night, I felt like there's a second phone. Somebody said they can't hear. Okay. Can you go out and come back in? Is anybody having problems hearing? Can everybody else hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 2 if you cannot hear me. Put a 1 if you can hear me. Put a 2 if you cannot hear me. 1 if you can hear me, 2 if you cannot. If you cannot hear me, please go out and come back in, okay? It may be something going on your end. I see a lot of 1s. That means you can hear me. For those of you that cannot hear me, I see somebody else with a 2. Can you go out, please, and come right back in? All right? Okay. So my question, like I said, was how does she know that there's no other interactions going on with Marceau and this woman? All right. Now, there's something that I kind of stumbled upon where this particular female allegedly was saying that before Marceau went to, y'all remember when they went to Las Vegas, that she had some type of an encounter with him prior to them going to Las Vegas. Okay. And she also had an encounter with this person before, after the day after Valentine's Day. So he was with Tisha for Valentine's Day. And it said that the day after Valentine's Day that he was allegedly with this other person. All right. This person spilled some tea saying that she was with him the day after Valentine's Day. So I'm not understanding what the hell Tisha, what kind of research and all this that she's doing. At the end of the day, ma'am, you should be having to do all this research if you're in a perfect marriage. We done talked about this thing, okay? We done talked about this thing. I don't know why you got to continue doing research on a perfect marriage. Who does that? I'm not doing that. Like I said last night, ain't nobody doing that. All right. So as mentioned previously, like I said, Marceau, he stays talking to women. Marceau stay on social media. If y'all go on Instagram, look at anything under the Love and Marriage Huntsville page. He stays in the comments. If you scroll down, anybody that's saying something, it's like he's always in there. Okay, because a few times I go in there and I comment on stuff if they make a post about something. He is always on social media. And I'm feeling like this is where he is meeting these random women. Because I know at one point they were saying that Martell was meeting women on IG as well. This is where this sounds like this is the gag between them. They're going on social media, IG to be exact, and they are meeting these women and doing inappropriate things. And I'm gonna say allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because the woman in where was she from? In DC, she's saying that she met him on IG. This woman from IG was saying that she met Martell on IG. All right. He slid in the DMs and they started having a conversation back and forth. This is why Marceau's ass stay on social media. Tisha, that's where you need to be looking. You need to be checking his social media platforms. And maybe it's not in his phone via text message. Okay. He's meeting these women. And that's the same. Like I said, they all do the same thing. Marceau, Maurice, allegedly, and Martell, allegedly. They're meeting these women on IG and social media. That's what they're doing. That's why Marceau is always in the comments, like I said the other day, arguing with women, going back and forth with women, because that's what they do. He's trying to fill them out and break them down to have certain conversations with them and flirt with these women. And once he see that he got into their head, then there he goes, being inappropriate. All right. But then Tisha likes to blame everyone else versus blaming the person who is at fault is him. Y'all remember when they were in Las Vegas, all right? And it's no coincidence when he did not want to renew his vows with Tisha. Y'all remember that, okay? When they went to Las Vegas and they kept asking Tisha and Marceau to renew their vows, and Marceau was very adamant that he did not want to do it. All right? He also made mention when we were in that Sprinter van with Lewis, Maurice, and with Martell that he was not 100% happy in his marriage. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? He said he was not 100% happy in his marriage. He says, but that he did not want to just walk away from his marriage because it was better. It was easier to fix the things that needed to be fixed versus just leaving. That is what he said. Now, he said that out of his own mouth. And then it's no coincidence that now you got to go to Africa to clear your mind because you're so depressed and that you just cannot be around your wife right now when she begged you to go on this trip with you. He always likes to use this, I'm depressed and I got some stuff going on with me. Y'all remember the episode where all of them was sitting at the table and Tisha was talking about her aunt or somebody passing away. He started this whole mess about he was depressed then, and Tisha started crying because she was like, he don't want to go to any type of therapy. He won't go and talk to anybody. So that's the thing with him. You won't go and get the help that you need to be a better husband for your wife, but you will distance yourself and go and do other things to say that you're bettering yourself when you're not. We already know what this whole trip to Africa was all about. Not because you were going there to go and clear your mind from being depressed. Ain't nobody that damn depressed where you got to be 16 hours away from your family. Like, period. Out of his own mouth, he said he's not 100% happy in his marriage. So that speaks volumes to where Tisha continues to jump online and be saying that they have this perfect marriage because they've been married 16 years. Like she likes to keep throwing out there. We've been married the longest, but it's dysfunctional, ma'am. It is dysfunctional. It is dysfunctional. Let me show y'all the picture of him when he was in Africa because I found it. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Do he look depressed in this picture? This is him in Africa. Do he look depressed? Does he look depressed in this picture right here? Now, he fought Tisha on going to get any type of counseling and or therapy when he said to her that he was feeling depressed and he had a lot going on in his mind. This is him in Africa, taking pictures in Africa. Don't nothing right here look depressing right here. He like he chilling. I see somebody else saying it. This is him in Africa. He don't look depressed. He just didn't want her there. And it's crazy how Tisha continues to lie to herself and allowing him to be disrespectful towards her, okay? But she revels in other women's pain like Melody. She revels in other women's pain because she's in pain, okay? Hurt people hurt people. We keep talking about it. Hurt people hurt people, all right? Then she stays throwing out these little subliminals. Let me read off what she just put out here. I think I did the screenshot. All right, yeah. So this is what Tisha just posted on her IG. It says that the forgiveness is for you, not them. She says, forgive people in your life, even those who are not sorry for their actions. Holding on to anger only hurts you, not them. Says that we are good. This is her. As you can see, it's from her IG. As you can see at the top, Tisha Scott. This is what she had to post. Another subliminal. The very one who holds on to everything, okay? She don't let nothing go. She's still holding on to mess that happened between her and Melody from season 1. I said it last night. They're already going into season 6, and you're still holding on to mess that happened in season 1 with Melody, okay? When you forgive a person, you don't continue to throw it in their face. When you forgive a person, you can't sit there and keep saying you're good when you're not. On the outside, you're good. On the inside, it's still bothering you. She is delusional. I see it in the comments. That's delusion. You're living in a world of delusion. You keep telling you, I feel like she feels that she keeps telling herself that she's good, that she's not feeling a certain way. I think that she starts in her mind, she starts to believe it. Okay. She starts to believe that she's living in a functional world. When in reality, it's dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional. You hate a person that much that they live and breathe and live rent-free in your mind like Melody does. It's so sad. We talked about it when she grabbed those puppets. You could tell she put a lot of thought into that. And that could be very dangerous for you to think about a person that much to the point to where you have single-handedly replicated somebody else that or something else that you felt looked just like them in a way to get back at them. That takes a lot of thought and a lot of energy. That energy should be towards you focusing on bettering yourself and your marriage. You're going to stay in it. I ain't going to tell nobody to leave their marriage. If you feel like you want to stay in a situation that's toxic, if you feel like you can work it out and y'all can fix things, do it. Y'all got children. I ain't going to tell nobody they need to leave. At one point I was saying she do, but hey, if you choose to stay, y'all can work that thing out. Do what you do. But don't continue to live in a world of, being crazy for one, because that shit crazy. To be walking around with damn Muppets like this here, doing this shit here on stage. But if you're going to continue to be dysfunctional and toxic, honey, and keep saying that you are good and that nothing is going on, then that just speaks volumes to you. You're not willing to grow. If you're not willing to let go, you're not willing to grow. And that's to you, Tisha, if you're watching my channel. You're not willing to let go, then you're not willing to grow. You cannot grow if you're holding on to old things that happen in another situation. And then using these God quotes. Stop using these God quotes if you are not willing to let things go. Be apologetic. It's a certain thing called apologizing to a person and moving on. You don't have to be friends with a person after you apologize. Apologize and keep it moving. It's understood that we are not meant to be in the same space. Everybody is not to be your friend. Period. Everybody is not to be your friend. Apologize and keep it moving. That's what Melody's done, and she's functioning well. She's functioning well without having certain people in her life because she chose to cut those strings. I can apologize to you. I can be in your space. I can be around you, but I don't have to reach back and call you my friend, because a friend, that's a very serious word. I consider a person who is a friend to be something very serious to me. You can't call everybody no friend. Everybody ain't your friend, and that's just on period. That's just on period. Friend, if you my friend, there's certain things that you're not going to do to me and or allow to be done to me. And certain conversations that you run up on, you're going to stop that at the gate because you're my friend. You're not going to let certain people say certain things about me because you're my friend. And when you hear certain conversations, you're not going to sit in there when they're saying certain things like you co-signing it. You're going to get far away from them type of people when you're my friend. Thank you, Aunt Ann, for being there, being here this morning. We're going to go ahead and get out of here, guys, because I got to get downstairs and get into a meeting that I got coming up on my laptop downstairs for work. But thank you guys for being here for Car Chronicles. Love you guys down. You guys have a great, great morning. I know I am a little late. They're going to wait, honey. They're going to wait on me because I do most of the damn talking anyway. But thank you guys for being here. You guys have a great day. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And also, what'd you say, Ian? She said, I want no friends like that. Absolutely. Also, like I said, if you did not like and subscribe to this channel, please go ahead and do that. Thank you, Moz, for being here. Also, thank you for the super chat, Miss Sweet Lisa. Thank you so much. All right. You guys have a good day. I'll try to hop back on here later on if I run into any more news that I know you guys can use. All right. Blessings to you all and goodbye.